following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 1. The final act of day 3 is going to be fun. Well, we started off with two players that are, interestingly enough, a polar opposite paths compared to last year. Let's begin with Leah. Leah at this point was 0-3 a year ago. Maybe just looking for that first win, scratching and clawing, looking for something to go right. Snapping the finger, flash forward 1 year later. 3 wins, looking solid, and gets her highest ever placement as a 6th seed in the movie May. In the candy region. We'll see what the rapper has in store underneath that candy, because playing Bowtie will be interesting. Let's not forget Bowtie is a late season boomer. Let's not forget last year in Elite 8 and T4 and was very close to making Super League at that 6-win boundary. If he can do that again, he'll be in the mix again for a potential bid in a Super League. He had that tough sting loss to Leah, where it stung, but this time he's looking for redemption as he bounces back. It's Low and Leah. It's the final act. We all know what's going to happen in these final acts. As the curtain comes down, there's only one thing to do. It's time to get down to business, and let's get to. Hope you like the rhyme. Welcome to the final game of the night. Day 3, opening act, as I call it. Final act, excuse me. It's been a long day. Leah versus Bo to get us out of here. What a day it's been. Let's go into the schedule. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this interesting KT stream. It's the last one I've got on the docket for a little bit, so let's make it a good one. The schedule goes as follows. It started all the way back at 10:45, almost now 12 hours, 11 hours ago. Sanford taking care of business against Retro, the Classic 8-9, Sanford G Part 2. What a sight that's going to be. Expect a thriller in the Thriller 32. Looking forward to that. Background random, we do have kind of news to report more on Sunday. We'll talk about it more. The good news is that game, I guess I can just say since it's the last game, that will be rescheduled. We'll have more on that at the end of the day, though, tomorrow or something. A shocker, though, in the 7-10s. Peter Onjak taking care of business against JT. Ironically, for JT, 0-3, the stat I had just looked up, too, while we're on this break, he becomes the second player in league history, not really saying much, but back-to-back years, to go 0-3 after finishing second in the Super League final standings. That was Varigold 23, now JT 0-3. Insane to think about, but that's how it goes. Then the game of the day, unbelievable. That's probably why I'm a little bit off my game a little bit, but still going to try to get back in here in a second. Brad Tago, just watch it back. That's all I got to say with that one. Brad takes care of business. One of the best games of the season. Everything you wanted, it finally lived up to the billing. Congratulations to Brad. And then a backstage Brad, new nickname for at least movie May. Arya Chomik, we just saw that happen, and Chomik found a way and found all the golden tickets. A big win for him. Keeps the 7 train going. That's Peter, Chomik, and Ed. All the 7 lines have won. With only background Radin still to be played. It's been a big line for the 7 seeds as they've went 3-0. Should be a fun one in that last one if we get it. And now Leah, Bo in the Candy region. Looking forward to that. Pretty much the preview of this game. Leah at 3 wins so far this season. Bo at 1. Leah a novice. Bo a veteran. Bo had been around the block since T5-23. Leah since March 24. Of course, her debut in the league. And now they're on different paths. They both know each other. Should be a fun one here tonight. We go into the pod. I have aforementioned it a couple times. As I said, Nick takes care of business against Eric. And it's Nick, the 3 seed. He'll move on to the Thriller 32. So he gets the winner of this one. Chomik just took care of business in the same candy region against Arya. He waits either a rematch with Monkey in the Brusbro Spectacular, or he'll get LaPlante in the Sharpie Smell. Well, if someone's got to give in that one, that's going to be a crazy game. as it listens to the building on a Thursday night at 8:30. One of the last games is around. That's going to do it for a little bit of the pregame. Let's get into the main course and the action. Here it is. Joining me in the booth is going to be two special guests. Of course, I got Coach with me in the flesh, and then Short will take over for me as a little driver change. Or I guess you could say a little director change, where I'll take off my my director hat, put it in the shelf, and I'll have Short coming at 10 o'clock. But we'll start with Coach. Coach, we've had so many key words today. Variables. We've had control. We've had split ammo. We've had 3-color meta. Everything in the book. But this is a little bit different. This game has a lot of unknowns. Leah's never been this high in her career as a C line. Bo has been in this position before where we'll get just maybe a punch in the mouth. Let's not forget T3 last year wasn't his best result. And then all of a sudden, boom, T4 and Elite 8 run, right? And now it's a similar situation about a year ago, just one less tournament compared to 4-3, just to trap one the number. Roles are reversed. What do you think both players got to do, especially with Bo, who had that punch in the mouth, getting swept like he did in the 100th game series against Leah? And how does Leah try to encapsulate the moment, knowing that she is a top seed for the very first time getting a home game?
Yeah, so my word for the last match was redemption. I think my word for this matchup is overwhelmed. You cannot get overwhelmed with that higher seed. You're getting the home field advantage. You get to start out with something different to you. Don't get overwhelmed. Stay in your mind. You got to this position for a reason. You have won multiple matchups. I know what Bowtie can do. I know what Lee can do. We have to fight and don't get overwhelmed. That's my mantra of the day.
Don't get overwhelmed like the sports movie. Well, we'll keep it going. Short, if you have any opening thoughts, go ahead. If not, I'll go to the players. Wherever you like, buddy.
Passed along.
Let's pass the baton along. We'll keep it going. I think I'll save you for 10 o'clock. Start warming up in the bullpen. We'll bring in the closer a little bit later. We'll go
playing
over
my trumpets in the meantime.
Yes, sir. Indeed. We'll get that arm loose. Now we'll go to our two players. We'll start with Leah. He's got the new mic. Leah, it's interesting. Coach basically said overwhelmed. You don't want to get too overwhelmed. Well, you're going to be a 6 seed. No matter what happens here, you got that first home game under your belt. Some can say it's a little bit of nerves, but some can say they live in the moment with the pressure. Pressure is a privilege. What are you expecting here? Because we all know where you were in the doldrums as a 16 seed. Let's not forget a year ago in this tournament, just couldn't get anything going. I don't remember who you played, but maybe not Avian. Maybe not Avian. Somebody you just lost too bad. Now you crafted your style a year later to put yourself in the mix, right, for a potential top 20 player spot. What do you got to do to encapsulate today's moment or tonight's moment and playing against a good buddy Bo? What are you looking forward to? Go ahead.
Alrighty, am I coming in clear?
Yep.
Awesome.
You good?
Yeah, I really tried to prepare myself for this. I got the best sleep I could last night. Watched the Derby with my family earlier. Now I'm in the most focused environment I can be. I got a special guest watching the stream I mentioned. My mom's in here, so say hi to her. Aside from that, man, I don't know. It's exciting to be home seed for once. I remember, since you asked about it, last year, T3, I played Vapor in Masquerade May, got swept, I think. But anyway, looking forward now, don't want to focus on the past. I think I just need to remember what's worked for me so far, keep that going. And hey, even if I do go out here, I got nothing but love and respect for Bowtie. This is going to be a great series.
I appreciate those thoughts. And Monkey, if you're watching anyway. But that point is, let's keep it rolling. We'll go over to Bo. Bo, obviously not what you need against Leah, who it just wasn't clicking. That was a weird day. Ironically, that was the day where, well, let's just say it wasn't the best on my end. We had to cancel some stream. Discord was falling apart. A lot of stuff going crazy. It was the Radin day, too. There was a lot of stuff going on that day. Now it's a fresh slate. New tournament here. In Tournament 3, we know you're a late season bloomer. You almost made it to Super League last year. Even the first year, you turned some heads beating Pez. Let's not forget who was the eventual champion. What do you got to do against Leah, who you know, and you had that almost collaborative effort, and not try to overwhelm yourself tonight. This time on the rug. Go ahead. Go for the answer, type, or whatever you want to do. Talk it out. Go ahead. All right. Well, Bo will type it out. We'll go over to Coach. Coach, I think it's going to be an intriguing one here because a lot of people, when you look at this in terms of who's got the leverage, who's got the event, I don't know who does because we've yet to see either player in this spot all season. Leah's never been this high up, and Bo. Okay, your thoughts on trying not to overwhelm the situation, trying to bounce back after the sweep, trying to get your groove after the break. What was the biggest lesson you learned after the break, too? You had that sweep break. What was the biggest lesson you learned to come into this game against your friend, Leah? Go ahead. But back to what I was saying, Coach, you got that question right. You can hear that? Is that clear? Just want to make sure.
Talking to me?
No, I'm talking about Bowtie. Couldn't hear it. We're
Okay.
good? I think so. We're good. All right, Coach. We don't know this. We don't know this spot. We knew what Brad and Tyler could deliver. We knew what Sean McGarry. Even though it wasn't streamed, as long as it wasn't crazy, we knew what Peter JT would have been. Even though we had some unfortunate result, and even background Radden, I think even though we may have not known the point of what Radden would do this high up a seed, we know what background. This isn't unknown. This was probably the wild card game of the round, at least today's docket. We don't know because we've never seen these players in these spots. Bo has had some control, and then yet he hasn't. And then Leah, this is the highest she's ever been at 6. I think that element of surprise makes this game intriguing, and sometimes element draws company and mystery draws company. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. What are some other things you got to look for? And again, we've seen so many meta. Is there any meta that's sticking out that we may see coming to play tonight? We see the card start variety could be all over the board too.
I just think your composure. I mean, that's what you got to look for in these two opponents. I think they're both capable of winning this game, win this matchup. I think it all comes down to, hey, do I have the fundamentals to win a 7-game series against an opponent where I know can beat me on any given day?
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. I think these people, in a sense, know that there is pressure element, but at the same time, it's about finding what's right for you. What's a package that we sometimes tell Bowtie? We sometimes can tell Bowtie as a player that could get really streaky, right? He's
Lag. Oh,
You lag. You test, boss? Yeah, you just...
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
loud and
you're
clear.
good now.
Yeah, your internet just spazzed out there a second.
That was internet. Yeah, that was 100% internet. I don't know what just. We are getting some thunderstorms rolling in. I do apologize. That's another reason why I'm on the clock literally tonight. That's crazy, but it has been a little warm here. We just had one around 3. Actually, during that Tigo game, the heavens opened up, but we were still pushing. Some of them were good. This one's going to get nasty tonight. But regardless, I was just going to say, Bowtie is a player. It can be streaky. He's had some crazy wins. He played with Ghost and Lara in that last crop, one of the 4 people that was allowed to enter T523. We all know Ghost and Lara have done so far in their careers, hit or miss. And I think for Bo, he's had great wins. He's had the highest of highs. He's beaten players like Yepes, and then he's had terrible losses to Charles Sanford, Allen got swept. Coach, I guess you have played Bo in the past. That was last year. What are some tips and tricks you know about Bo's game, even though it's been a year? Do you want to pass along? We'll wait for this answer.
I just think bow tie is a little unpredictable sometimes. You have to understand that no matter who opponent you play, you have to play yourself first. I think depending on how you see yourself, it could be a 1 or 2 game series. Only a 4 or 5 game series. It would be 7, 6, 7 games. I think you gotta go in there and fight. At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's 100%. I mean, sometimes my questions are long-winded and it's hard to. Yeah, I understand. We're very long. I could VM them, but it's a long day. But regardless, what we keep doing, I'll keep filling dead air time. I'll go to short here. I'll let him be here for a minute. I think I think the point of what we've seen so far is let's just forget this game for a second. What we've seen in these 3 days is the metas are crazy, house money, because let's face it, we've had guys had 0 wins get wins. Let's not think about 24 hours ago. We saw the likes of Brock. Big win. Okay, sure he's 3-0 lifetime against Nam, but huge win there. Cody Lamas. We know what he can do. He should have beat Andy if he had the power play, and then all of a sudden, he says, you know what? A little carefree mentality. Boom, gets a win. And then they're probably the 2 biggest stunners. The biggest stunner being James Ellison, because James, the pump and dump, no, where was it? There was none of that. He was crisp and clear. The Acosta one, I think the jury could be a little bit out, because I did talk to Logan a little bit after. I think that one maybe just lack of conditions. The conditions weren't in his favor, similar to JT off a long work day. Maybe shouldn't have scheduled, but you know what? Say what you want. Costa took advantage, and he can't be one to be messed with. Your thoughts on all these guys that have no wins or 1 win, really putting a dent in some of these plans? The guys had 3, 4. Let's not forget, Leah had 3, gone. Nam, 2, gone.
They have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And Andy gone, right?
Yeah, and I'll make this point too about conditions. We're talking about Logan. That you still can't discredit the person who gets the win. Like you still got to like the Acosta lit the candle that night. He did great, and so did Leah against a JT and T1, where it was not ideal conditions for him either. You still got, no matter what the conditions are for your opponent, you still got to take advantage, and you still got to take that win, and you shouldn't take away from anyone. As for the people, spoiling the plans here, I think they're just starting to see, they're trying to find a way. And I think especially for guys like Ellison, they made the adjustments. We were talking many times, KT, about there's no way James can get anywhere in this league if he keeps playing the way he's playing. And he just kept playing the way he was playing until this tournament. And he's a prime example, is if you can make those simple adjustments, you can win in this league. And it's really anyone that can win in this league. We always talk about parity. And if you can make the right adjustments and figure out how your opponent likes to play and try and find a way to counter it, anyone can win.
Anyone can win this league, Coach, and that's the beauty of this league. We talked about when we set the mission, there was only 4 or 5 players. In my opinion, you look at the 2023. Okay, you had the 2 redacted, you had the Arias, you had the Sanford, you had the KT, the G. And maybe to an extent, you had a good tournament from Peter here or there, or even Cody Lamas, Pez. That's over. We have 40 names that can easily win it. And I think at this rate, with the way this season's going, I still think there's 50 people out there. There's 50. As long as you have a chance to enter, you got a shot to win. I know there's some unfortunate circumstances. Dark not being here, some players leaving. Okay, maybe some mindset things. Understandable. But every player in the league, for the most part, has been at the top, or had to go to the bottom, then get back to the top, have been midfield all the. There's only a couple players that they've always been up there, right? I think the 2 you have to think off top, Ashley, Kate. Okay, we've always been at the top of the mountain. But the rest of the field, at some point, they've had to struggle. They've had to go to the bottom of the barrel and get to the mountain. They've been at the mountain, they went to the bottom 4, and they're back to ascension. Your thoughts on the process? You're one of those players that's trying to really get to that midfield, right? You've been more at the bottom tier, trying to get to that midfield. What's the journey like compared to somebody like myself who doesn't have that? I've just been lonely at the top and breathing this fresh mountain air since the start.
Well, let me tell you, this is how I look at it. If you hear every rookie or every part-time driver that comes to races in the NASCAR Cup Series, the thing about that for a second, they say anywhere from 10th place to 35th place, 36th place is the toughest place to fight in the past in the battle. You want to know why it is, KT? Because they're so equal in skill. Everybody here is here for a reason. You're in the D1 for a reason. You ain't here just playing around. Maybe Clint, but we'll get there on another day. But you know what I'm saying? Like every day, like it's hard to win. I lost on a Game 7 power play.
Yeah.
In the round 1 against an opponent who we could have both went if we played someone else in the second round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's who you're facing off against. Am I wrong, Short? Am I wrong, KT?
No. Everyone's good, man. Everyone's good. Even the people that had questions on James Ellis, what pumping though? He figured that. And I think
Yeah.
that's the great thing. We always talk about it. If you've been so one-dimensional or so bad for so long, all it's going to take is one style change. Well, I didn't see that. I didn't put that in the game plan. And your opponent's like, what? How do you... It's the beauty of it. It's the element of surprise, and anyone can pull out something that we've never seen. Let's see what Bowtie wrote here. If I'm interpreting the question correctly, I've learned how to play. I guess the closest thing to something I've learned is I can't assume things about my opponent. A lot of my losses come from noticing a potential winning strategy for myself, just hoping it works. Then my opponent just stops in my tracks, on purpose or just by coincidence. I need to get ready for expect the unexpected. That's basically what it says. To sum it up, expect the unexpected. Your opponent can throw XYZ, but the bot also has a way of throwing XYZ. Like, we're playing deal or no deal sometimes. We're playing poker. Poker, you got a poker hand, whatever. Deal or no deal. The bot's going to give you some meta. Are you going to accept that, or are you going to say no deal and keep running? That's the beauty of this bot. You can have one game, okay, plan A. Next game, you got to go to plan Z. Next game, poker meta. Next game, 3-color meta. Next game, control ammo. Next game, you get the point. There's a billion metas. And if you have to figure this out in a clean, crisp sentence, expect the unexpected. That's the one thing we're going to see tonight. I think it's enough dead air filling. Oh, yeah, exactly. The bot is always going to be ever-changing. It's never the same. There's going to be unfortunate. There's going to be this game doesn't work. Well, ask Jesse Turner. Ask Allen. I believe those are the two examples. Just didn't work out. Just didn't get the cards. But they're very far and few between. They only come a couple times. Here we go. Let's get on with it. Let's begin. Leah will be our home team. I believe the match was initiated about 20 minutes ago.
Yes.
A good day air filling. Christian Tago's our ref. Appreciate that. Let's get it on. Leah, it's game one. How many cards? You know your mom's watching, so let's make it special. Here we go.
All right. Well, let me tell you something real quick. Back in April, my biggest problem was I got too caught up in trying to play it safe. So this time, I'm going to return to my roots. Give me 7 cards, please.
7
Let's
OG.
do it.
All right.
All right.
OG, coach, you know this start very well. Here we go.
Flesh. Hey!
Oh, okay. Well, bot knows. Bot keeps receipts on the. Listen,
Keeps those receipts.
we were talking about the OG receipt, the Aiden Smith after he lost to Ashley, and here's Aiden Smith again. That was the OG receipt.
Yeah, everybody got to the bot reminded us of that for like a good while. Oh, there's Aiden again. It's hard to tell. I don't think you can tell what kind of omen it is yet. You'll find out eventually. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's get some music up in here.
See what will it be for Leah as we continue to roll here, as continues to draw Bowtie now with the Allen 9 into the red 3. You know, funny thing about Bowtie, the funny thing is we're not moving far away from his neck of the woods with the Ashburn, Virginia. I was saving that announcement for this game. We are moving to Virginia. That's why this is the last game of really the round, at least for a break. We do have cap hockey.
First half of the round. First half.
So this is really a halftime
Cap
shot.
hockey will be though.
Yeah, because Lane and Brian, we don't have a clue if that's just going to be a fly by the pants moment.
In the flesh.
Yeah, in the flesh, baby. Double in the flesh.
Double in the flesh. God damn.
Anyway, that's why I'm leaving 20, because I can start getting pretty cracked at 10. Short seen a thing or two about that, but
I've seen plenty.
Yeah, but the point is, I'm interested to see that's a heat check. I'm interested to see how the 7-card start goes, because it can go quick, and there's also an element of surprise that one could play here. Here comes Bo with the quick play as Leah gets out of it with the reverse skip meta. Is there a skip in the back pocket for Bo for the win? That would be the only way. Let's see. No, great play right there. So Bowtie throws the wild. Unfortunately, just gets caught napping for a second. Here comes Leah. Top decks a 9. Doesn't want to risk the skip. Does this give
a lot
Bo
of yellow
chance?
so far?
Yeah, I agree, Coach. It's going to work, though. Now it's Draw City. Who blinks first, for sure.
I was looking for a way back to that green, I'd assume.
Oh, yellow 1 now. And there's the draw, and there's Bowtie looking to maybe get some number efficiency. We'll see. Oh, we got it! Okay. There's Arya. Well, Arya unfortunately took the L, and the receipt is capped. Let's see how it goes here for Leah. Into the green, +2. Okay. tie game, but bow tie should be able to run because there was the green wild, Coach.
Exactly what you wanted.
That's kind of shocking. So what was that green wild play then? Huh. I'm interested on that one, Coach, because it wasn't a double green wild. That means it was a split of another color on the wild. That's interesting.
You think he might have been calling something? Because the green wild, you get the pick. Maybe he was hoping that he would draw something.
I don't know. I gotta. That's a question we'll ask. I'll have to ask that question. That's interesting. Bo usually wild.
Oh, damn!
Oh my God! Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Showing out for the moms.
Jeez.
In the flesh.
In the flesh comment. All right. Well, we'll go to Bo. Bo, I'm interested. Okay. So, were you trying to go for a double color in a sense? You're just trying to double number? I'm not sure. What was the theory behind that green wild then? I just want to ask that first. That's really interesting then. I haven't seen something like that in a hot second. As for Leah, let me see. I guess just for Leah, was that ultimately the end around play? Really just gave you the leverage on that one, going to your 7, just finding a little bit more of the back end draw cities, use the +2 there, and get the switch to blue, which basically was what you were doing to buy your time, play the patience game. Pretty much what I saw there, unless you got anything to add. No plan. Okay.
Yeah, for me that was I wouldn't say it was entirely plan A because I was stuck a couple times, like having to draw, struggling to get a switch off the yellow. But ultimately, I got the right draws. I had the right numbers. Everything just kind of fell into place by the end.
I mean, Coach, anything to really analyze? That was a pretty plan A game in a sense. Plan 8.5. Nothing really else to say.
Yeah, I mean, it was straight up and down. You just try not to completely just throw your round together. So let's see what they can do here in the second game.
Sure. Anything else you want? I'm just looking back. Yeah, if you didn't
I
have
don't
a plan,
got much.
Well,
I don't got much.
Bo, do you have a potential What was the second color then? If it wasn't double green fish, what was the other color you waiting for? You waiting for the blue, or did you have a back end red? Okay, it was the blue. Okay, so that makes sense why you made the move. Okay, then yeah, we're good to move on. I don't got much. All right, Leah, no 7, free board. Anything else other than that? What do you got?
Well, a wise man once said, double it and give it to the next person. Show me that 14 pack.
All right, double OG. Here we go. We'll go up 14 cards. This is what we normally see as we go into the Brian 9. We'll see Brian hopefully on Monday.
Cross your fingers.
I don't even know if we made a rule set for that game.
No, because we haven't.
Right, we haven't confirmed it. Right. Yeah, that's confirmation. No one will be charged anything, by the way, for that game. We don't know what's going to happen. But regardless, green 5, here we go. Leah drawing, may not have the hand, now Bo can run. Saw this a lot with Nam last night. He really just was nothing. Just nothing off that game 7 and was juiced. We'll see what Bo can do. A lot of extra cards here, Coach. This is more of the Andy style of these controlled draws, but Bo can still run the green. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think it depends on, I like the word control a lot. I think if you control the pace of the game, you go fast. You have the players who take their time. What was it? Is it Dark Rain who goes so slow? And I'm like I think it's Dark. I could be wrong. But it's excruciating.
Oh yeah, Dark is excruciatingly long. Yeah, he's the chess master.
Hey, more power to you if you're gonna be able to come out here and fight. But at the end of the day, speed it up a little bit, homie.
Yeah, this is crazy. Just nothing.
Setting themselves up right there.
Man, this is something. That's a 20 card comeback, no? I don't even know. That's true, buddy. That is true. Let me go back to make sure I wasn't missing no card comeback. I think we missed that card comeback today with Brad. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was 20 cards. All right, Tyler, write that down. Game 220. If you do me a favor, just make a mental note. Oh, back to red now.
That on the log afterward.
Yeah, I think we have. I think Brad had a game. I think he had a comeback in game 7.
Wasn't it like 22? Wasn't it like 22?
Yeah, it was. We got to put that. Okay, Nick, do me a favor. That jogged my memory. Can you do game 7? Brad 22 card comeback noted in game 7 in the original log of the Canyon region. We got to put down the sheet. That's 100% on 100% on me, my man. Appreciate that. Here comes Bowtie. Oh yeah, if you can. Yeah, if you can note down the match results just for the stats guys, if you can do that, my friend, edit that. That'd be great. Appreciate it. Yellow 9 though, so coach a little aggressive on the 23 cards. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Don't do double. So 20, whatever it was, 22. Okay. There's no double. It doesn't exist. But the point is, here comes the blue.
G's database too, because stats.
Yeah.
Put it on our sheet.
Here comes Bowtie now with the blue. Let's see how good old. We will adapt. Let's see, +4s, +2s have been interestingly quiet on the +4, +2s have been popping for a little bit in this game. +4, just call it, okay. 20 to 8 now. Let's see. I've done that enough today. But we'll see, Coach, because the yellow cards now in the Leah, Bo's been all over the map trying to run this pace. I'm interested to see how this will transfer because it's a Delta game where Bo's got plenty of advantage here in the flesh in terms of card advantage, whereas Leah's got to play catch up.
Yeah, I think it's tough. It's tough to think about. I mean, especially early in the round. But I like the early. What am I trying to say? The early in the flesh. The early power play move, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. I see getting the control, especially in this game 2, game 3, taking that 2-0, 3-0 lead if you can get it is what I always would say. That's the move.
I agree. I agree with you, man, but I just don't see it back at 18 cards. I just don't see the world. Obviously, that's a little too far back.
Yeah,
that's a little too far. But I get where you're coming from. A little too far.
Well, I'm not talking about Leah, but I'm talking about like if you're in the lead. And you have that lead, I would use the power play. I want to pick y'all's brain about it and see what y'all think from it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a guy to really disclose it, but what you've seen how I play. I'm such a player to really. I don't know. It's hard when you watch a KT game. You don't know what I'm going to do. It's the beauty of it. I could be down to one card, right? And you don't know what that card is. I could have the finish, and sometimes I'll play poker. Sometimes you don't know. I can play with my food a lot.
Master, Dark is the chess master.
Poker face, poker face.
God damn. But yeah, I can play with my food a lot. I can play with my food a lot. But as far as if this was a normal situation, I think I would willingly do it though if I had 2 of them. Why not take a 2-0 if I had 2? But with one, it's precious, man. It's a resource. You got to be very strategic in time with it. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens.
We talked about it a lot when we hit 2 power plays in the last 2 tournaments. The level of strategy goes up.
We're talking. It's even up 10-10.
What's that, Coach?
It's even back up 10-10.
Yes, sir. Just like that, we're back in it.
Sorry, go ahead, Bowtie. Go ahead, Short.
What?
I said what I said.
I'll go to the blue A now. Bowtie got the lead back. So Leah definitely work around strategy here. Definitely just not getting much. Maybe off the get-go and just trying to hunt for some cards. Here comes Bo now. This time 3 possessions if he can get the green going. And look at the CH. Yeah. I not much really played on +4s. Wilds are still good. All 4 of them. No +2s in green. No yellow. Just the blues is really flushed. Everything else is good. Interestingly enough. If you're talking about control coach, I don't think either player really has a control. There's a control strategy of trolling back to try to get somewhere if you're Leah, and then I think Bowtie's just pushing the throttle down for sure.
If he was pushing the throttle down, man, he would have had a bigger, he had a 20 card advantage, and it's now only 3. I mean, I think he's kind of playing with his food a little bit, man. I would have went and tried to get that. Now you have him back in the game.
I'll tell you this much. What's the old saying? Play at your own risk when you're playing your field. You play at your own risk with that. It's a strategy, but it's definitely It's something. You got to really know what you're doing if you want to play with your food. We saw it today a little bit with Charles Samper against Retro, but interestingly, Coach, a blue wild into a draw, and then gets bailed out into a green. That is something. I'm trying to
you
comprehend
gotta think,
what's
is that a
going on
top deck or like what? What's the mindset in those decisions?
Well, Bo didn't say he didn't have a plan in game one, so I wonder if it's just seeing the pin. This is intriguing. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely interesting just to throw a KT Wild out there and hope it sticks. That's something. Well, it's gonna work though. Good save. Oh, look at that crossover skips. Leah into Leah into Lara again, looking for the quad. Yeah, and Bo's turn still. That's interesting, Coach. That's Leah gave the ammunition to go to green, and now Bo. Oh, here we go. 6-bagger, looking for check. Check. 7-bagger reverse skip meta is real. My goodness.
Wow.
But does he leave the door open?
Door is open, but no cards was given, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Not a single one. Just a +2 there to keep
Yep.
it alive. Okay.
Had the
Yeah, that's the
+2.
thing, though.
Good save.
Hard-
Good save.
Hard
And
to
a
say
question.
for... Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Hard to say
This
it.
guy over here, KT. What are we gonna do with him?
This is crazy. A top deck or off the +2. Had to be off the... Well, I don't know. If it's off the +2, or is that his last
If he
card?
draws here, it's gonna be crazy.
Man, I'm at a loss for words with some of these plays. +4! Yeah, I don't know what the... I don't know. I'm not sure what the consensus is about these wilds off the top and then just draw. I'm interested in that. I'll have to ask Bo on that. +4 from Leah saves the game, for sure. But the question is, I don't even know if Bo even had a blue, so I don't even know. Kind of at a loss for this one. Leah into 6.
And now Leah has the advantage. So now, do you
back
think
to
about
green.
do you do the power play here to go up 2-0?
Yeah, now, I think about it now. I think this is where, if I'm in this spot, you feel you need it, but look where the ammo's at. I mean, now the ammo's been burnt, right? We've used all that reverse skip meta. Do you want to risk with using a power play knowing that a lot of this game is ammo's
Do you know
gone?
if you use all the ammo? That's the thing.
Well, no, just in general. In general, the
Okay,
card
yeah.
history. Yeah. You can tell a lot of it's burnt, so I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for this one. It's definitely, you know what? It's going to be player feel. I always say it sometimes in these streams, player feel. I know everyone talks about, the old power play lot. I don't believe it anymore. I think it's feel. There's a time and place for everything, just like in life. I think it's player feel. The
Yeah, you got
lock is
Leah on the
great.
back foot.
And
The
you
lock
know what
is
I'm
great,
gonna
but-
say about power play lock? You have to put yourself in a position to be successful. Having a power play when you're in a position to win the series means nothing. It's not guaranteed.
Ask probably the number one guy. Don't even care about no lock. That's Lane. He's the one. He's the number one guy. Lane will use a game 0 if we had a game 0. He'll use a game 0. Lane is the one guy that will use it. Doesn't matter when in place. I'll play it anytime. Here comes Leah check. After all that early drawing, what will Bo have here? Because the tables have turned in a heartbeat. What has Bo got? Looking for double Uno? We'll find out. Nothing's that game. No.
No.
Oof.
So that's going to mean draw city, and that's going to be top deck heaven. And there we go. Topper. Now, Bo looking for a 1, maybe? No. But got the possession arrow now just because of that one play. It's just possession arrow. Who gets it?
Leslie plays right now. Hold the phone.
Green version to a draw.
Yep. There you go.
Good read there, buddy. Yeah, I'm starting to lose it now. Appreciate it. I think it's finally wearing off on me.
Yeah, it's,
We'll see how Bo...
9:56. We're getting there.
Yeah, for a couple minutes, I'm going to clock out for tonight. But, yeah, no, this has been an intriguing game. I don't have an answer. Really, Coach, I don't...
Bo
I don't have
tied
an
down to
answer.
one card.
Whoa.
On a 1-2? That's interesting. Could have switched.
I wonder
over,
if he just pulled. I wonder if he just pulled that, or maybe he was
Both
trying
for the
to.
win. Hold on. Both for the win.
Oh man.
No comeback. No
Oh,
comeback. Bo gets it. That's insane. the monkey.
Wow. I gotta know where
Don't
Bo
call
is
it a
coming from here.
comeback.
Let's figure this out.
Bo, a couple wild plays where you just drew. No plan again, or were you just top decking them and trying to get Leah into an echo chamber? Of just maybe all according to plan. Stupid beginning and lucky end.
What?
You should see
I
my
think-
face right now.
I
I'm
think
frozen.
I think that's a joke.
No, I don't even know what that's, man.
I think that's a joke.
That's a statement. But your thoughts on just some of these wild plays? Leah, I'm gonna have to assume we were all around this. Nothing really cooking at the start. Just want to draw, get some cards, fish out some stuff on the top decks. See if you can cook some. Guess on those early draws.
I decided to go with a different strat since I was up 1-0. I decided to go for the early drawback strat, hoping to get some ammo at the very start. I didn't really pull any ammo off the draws, so that was just bad luck on my part. I'm impressed I managed to pull the game back as close as it got after that, but oh well, this one was a loss. That's fine.
Coach, you had a question for Bill. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Bo, what was the middle part of that game where you had the big 14, 15 card advantage and you just couldn't stay in that ground? Like, was it just you had the ammo or you didn't have the ammo? What was going on there?
I'm gonna get this finish up this water here, and I'll do one more, and I'll call it a night. But yeah, I think it's been interesting, man. I'll do one more, and I'll call it one last one. But I think both these guys, I'm interested, Coach, because you see something like that, 22 cards, and you see initial drawing off the get-go. We saw it with Nam last night, and guess what? For the most part, it was going to work until Brock in that game, until he pulled the ultimate fade. I'm going to fade the power play. That was just unbelievable. But in this situation, there was no power play. Bo just, I guess, just really pulled a pump and dump strat. I kind of hate to say it, just worked. That's all way I could see it, short. You kind of pump and dump it. Was just after.
I mean, what else do you do? I mean, when you have the advantage that big, I mean,
might as well, yeah.
Do you try not to overstimulate your cards? I mean, I don't know.
I don't got anything on that. That's a strategy and a half. Really, it worked though. Hey, it worked, and guess what? Now Bo will get the chance to pick, and I just think I just played silly at the point where I used all the ammo once. Wow, okay. Yeah, so maybe you just had to lighten the old cargo ship, right? Just a lot of cargo in the back and kind of lighten the load. Okay, sometimes sometimes it works like that. Hey, you know what? It only weird if it don't work. But we'll keep it rolling. My last game right here, and then I'll give it to Short to hand over to the closer. All right, Bo. No 14. Whatever works, right? Whatever works. No 14. Free to go. What do we got? All right. I just lost the chat. What the heck?
Huh?
Appreciate that power flickering. You're good. Appreciate it. 12-pack. Here we go. Now power flickering. You're good.
Oh no.
Yeah, wind's picking up. All good.
The universe
Red
is
reverse.
saying take over, Short.
Yeah, this is it. Last game for the boss. I'm gonna sayonara. Here we go. I'm gonna do one last bang. I'm gonna give it everything right here. 100%.
Bangers only.
Last
In the
one.
flesh.
Red 3. We go to Logan. In the Ghost. Comes Bowtie looking to load up right here. Switches over to William Brock, the Fade Master. Leah looking to get it back into Acosta top. We'll see Acosta in the next round. Brock in the next round. Throw 32. Waiting Commander Oregon. Yoshi, Acosta. New York, New Jersey continues. Here comes Bo. Of course, Bo, the only player from Virginia now after we lost Aiden Smith to D2, at least in D1, and Allen moved to Delaware. And Sam England, of course. He's not playing for a little bit. We'll come back, though, next year. Brian. We go to Brian now from Bowtie. Double play from Leah into Lara, into LaPlante. And right here, Coach, Leah not even wasting time. more
No,
aggressive.
not at all. And you can't waste time when after losing a round like that.
Yeah, there is.
When you have the advantage and you have the lead, it's different, but you can't. And this is where that home field advantage comes into effect for Leah. You know, if they go back and forth, that game 7's hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, buddy. We've seen so many interesting Game 7 moments in this league. That home start. Well, I guess I can't ask Tago because Tago full sent it today. We get Brad liked it, but we've seen some people go low and it worked out. Ask Yoshi in the Game 7 against G round 1, March Madness. Went for that 7, boom, worked out, game over. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's the beauty of it. There's Bad himself. We just mentioned he appears. Yeah, Brad's a good guy. Alright, let's see what we'll be. Here comes the blue 4. Into the yellow 4. Into the yellow 2.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. Back to you.
The flesh
My
times
God.
2.
My God, you're on the money with that tonight, boy. Coach. What's the coach doing? Anyway.
What the dog did.
Oh, that wind picking up. Here comes Leah now, looking for the finish with 2. This is to light the candle and get me out of here and send me off into the sunset. With a +4 combo, no, it's a draw. Draw city
Not
indeed.
for sunset.
Boss is praying for it right now.
I just want. Well, here, man, hold the phone. Here's the reverse. The top 10 reverse.
It's the read he's praying for. Oh my
There
goodness!
There I am. This might be it. That's crazy, man.
Bro.
That'd be crazy. Well, we'll see. Bo's gonna have a chance to fight back. There it is, +2. Keeps it alive. I normally don't ever call my card out because it can appear so many times, but when it's this thing, anything that kills dead air. I am cooked. Anyway, here comes Draw City now. Here we go.
Draw C. Population dose.
Sir, thank you, Tago. Into the green 9.
10 p.m. KT.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. Coach,
KT
start
want to
start
get
music.
out of here, man. He's got 2 feet out the door, man.
Yeah, I got Coach.
He's ditching us, Coach. What the hell, man?
Hey, it's all good, man. Can't keep it up with the big guys, big guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You guys are real. You guys are
Yeah,
real.
we gonna be the big guns all alone tomorrow, Rogers. You and me.
Yeah.
You get used to it, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at all this.
Whoa!
Oh, Ty!
Hello.
Hello, Bo. Okay.
Hello, darling.
God,
Coach Rogers.
in the building, in the flesh.
God.
Damn, man.
What the hell?
What? What are you doing to me?
Yeah. Yes, you could have won a turn earlier.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Coach,
you very much could have.
Ask away at it, Coach. Any questions? Go ahead. I gotta get it.
It happens. You still got the job done.
Bow tie. Were you holding that in, or was it just the luck at the end of that game?
Oh man.
And Leah, is there
always
much
ask
you
your
can do
friendly
there?
ref for and always ask your friendly ref.
We love you,
There's some
Tago.
practice that works too.
Huh?
Hello?
Hello,
Cutting out again.
my old friend.
I hear you.
You hear me?
Hear
That's
you.
okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling over here.
Well, it's gonna be coaches. Coach and Shorts call. I'm going to do a final curtain call. That's it. Bring in MRE UNO, the closers. Bring him in. That's it. One
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. You go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Obviously, I got to get up real early tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. What a day it's been. I'm going to let these guys take it. Leah, Bo, I wish you guys the best of luck. Tago, thank you for wearing me out today. But yeah, thank you for wearing me out today. I enjoyed every second of it, my friend. You and Brad, man, that was fantastic. Never forget that. Take the Chamagaria. Coach, Short, take it home. Appreciate you guys. It's been a pleasure.
KT. Give me those famous words one more time before you head out.
Which ones?
You know which ones for Game 4. Let's go.
Oh, I got you.
What? That's not what I meant. What? That's not what I was gonna say. You can ask about how many cards. But I mean that works too. That works too.
Okay,
I respect your game. I respect your game. Go for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. I respect your game.
Last thing.
I respect your game. I respect your game.
Yeah, I was seeing red. Okay, Top Golf. Anyway, let's keep it rolling. Game 4, bow tie. You get the call here. No 14-12. Perfect way to sign me off. What do we got? I'm sorry, like an idiot. 10 cards. Put it in, Tago. I'll start us off. Then I'm out of here.
And check your DM after you jump out. By the way.
10 cards. That's it.
Bye-bye.
And blue 6. Space Quokka. See you there. Have a good one.
See you there. All right. Rogers, you and me. Let's do this.
Let's do it. In the flesh.
Yes, sir. M6 to start us off. Game number 4. Bo looking to go up 3-1 before the arrow shifts back to Leah's favor. And see what happens in game number 4. Bo taking that hot minute, go with the Ed Zero Sugar. Yeah, I'm seeing this as well. I don't know I don't know how legit that is, but I am seeing that as well. Here we are with the Gangsta 1 crossing to the Brock 1 on the yellow. Bo's gonna play along with the Sting 5. Keeping her yellow here. And a double play from Leah Yoshi into Acosta. Yeah, this is pretty. Stuff is going down outside this channel, but we're not gonna. Well, we focus on the game here. Is after that double play from Leah, they both go dry, and we're looking at Draw City again.
Draw City. Uno, dos.
Very good. Leah ahead by just a pair in Draw City. Was it famous though? Was it really? Double play.
Was it really?
I never. Dose was always confusing to me. That's just my opinion. Another double from Bo to even it out, and Leah with the 6 on the other. Did we? I feel like we had the bot. I feel like we had that bot in UUL at one point. We had there was a Dose bot. Oh, redacted. Oh, okay. So they're both back hitting the deck again. Camaro 8 off the top for Bo. It's just a matter, Rogers, of who is going to set themselves up to maybe make the break here. Or are they just going to keep hitting the deck until they feel confident in what they have? So they both top deck 8 to 7. And Bo's not going to do anything off that 7. Does Leah make a break? No, and we're going right back to it again. even at 9 cards. Whoever plays next will have the slight advantage on the table.
I'm curious to see how much of an advantage winning that last game kind of helped Bowtie, and how much of a, what can I do to, keep the control of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes an Ashley Wild from Bo. And 3 up for Bo with the background 8. Leah draws. Bo self-ditto, trying to make a break here. Leah still nothing on the red. Bo with a 4-card lead at this point. How much further can they go with it? And Bo's going to make a big break. Green Wild now. Turning up that aggression level a little bit. Leah will be freed up by this one.
The green wall might have been the game changer out there for Leah.
Could be. Still Bo ahead by 4. Leah needs probably something to try and pull a little closer on this if Bo can run for it. Can we see a G6? Very possible. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa, uh-oh, oh my, oh man. Oh. And Bo almost got screwed out of that one, but instead they go up 3-1. And I think definitely looked like they were controlling that one with their ammo. Yeah, that was, yeah, I was like, oh, uh-oh. My goodness. Yeah, I think, Bo, was that a case of just kind of building up your ammunition there, because it in the draw city there, because it definitely wasn't plan A, but you had all that run to finish. Was that just a lot of going to the deck to find what you needed to get? It seemed pretty clean cut to me. What do you think, Coach?
Oh yeah, clean cut. I think Bowtie just had the advantage there. I don't know. I'm curious if he was, card was he card holding early in the game and trying to get to the point where he had that, or what was going on? But
tough for Leah. Didn't get much.
No, not at all.
We'll see how Bo did. Had a bit of ammo in green and blue, managed to draw even more of it, got lucky with wild. So yeah, kind of drawing the plan A rather than having the plan A off the top. It's more drawing the plan A, which the tough out for Leah there, but we'll see if she can turn it around as the arrow goes back to her. Game 5, getting conflict. Oh no. All right. So just over 5 minutes on that game, and pretty clean cut. Bo found the ammo, had some of the ammo. We'll see if Leah's luck can turn as the home arrow goes back to her. Leah cannot pick 7 for game 5. What'll it be? We just went through this, Taco. Oh, we're sending it. We are sending it for game 5. Okay. Do or die for Leah in this one. And full send is off and running with another Camaro 8 to start the game off. And here we go indeed. Winner here, of course, will get either, or not either, it'll get Nick, who swept Eric Monaco last round, or just a couple days ago, actually. And then the last game on this bottom half of the Candy region will be Monkey and ALP Thursday at 8:30 Eastern. The winner there will get Chamek, who just beat Aria in our previous game of the night. We'll be wrapping up a 5-pack today. Tomorrow we just got one. Me and Coach will be with you at 2 o'clock as Captain and Hockey will square off, and it's going to be a lot different of a game, I'll tell you, Rogers. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quick.
Captain's my sleeper pick for this tournament, man. I'm telling you.
Who's your sleeper pick?
Captain.
Oh, Captain, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
not a bad pick. He can. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. It'll be high paced, high powered. I played my first match in D2 was against Hockey, and we played 5 games in 9 minutes, and I lost. So that's just a snapshot of how he can play when he gets. Because I was playing low tier fast games. I'm not that way anymore because I realized it's not a winning formula. But I was into it, and Cap's into the low tier, quick pace. So we'll see what happens. And we are drawing now. Back into Draw City on the Sting 5. So again, hitting the deck, even on the sender. And you got to wonder, on a sender, Coach, is there any strategy behind that, or are they truly iced out as Bo makes a triple over? Might be a little strategic there.
It could be. I like the strategic play, though.
Yeah. Leah's got some of her own, goes back to yellow on that, and there's that reverse skip again, but Leah not able to close it, will draw, leaves the reverse door open, and Bo's not going to have anything on the yellow, so it looks like going back to Draw City again.
One drop one time. Chris Crawl.
Let's see what goes down, but obviously we talked about the bot migration as cross back to red again. My Discord is tweaking on me again. What the heck is going on? Red Wild, and Leah's coming out swinging with the other one of her skips. Double play, and we are moving again. And cross to blue on the zero sugar switch. Tough one to make a switch on. And she has it. Leah running with the blue. Now Bo's going to try and ice her out with the red. Definitely isolation both ways, but Leah has red, though. Discord is stupid.
When is it not being stupid?
Keeps messing with me. Anyway, Leah still ahead by 4. Bo tried to pull an ISO tactic, but it looks like Leah kind of pulled a red fade there with that zero sugar switch. Looking like a good move for her there. But Bo's got a double play to try and pull a little closer. Yeah, definitely seems like she faded that red. That could turn out to be the move that keeps her alive in this series.
Absolutely.
Now she runs out. Where does Bo stand in all of this? Just behind by 1 card after that double play earlier. And Bo's out, so even again back to Draw City, unless we find a quick top deck, which is always possible in the world of Uno. And Leah's going to make the break to blue again. Double fade? But Bo is going to undercut to green. This could be a good spot for Bo. Oh, but Leah's got some double play in the back pocket. And double play again. So it's all evened up. It's a ditto double play. That's crazy. Ditto double play in the flesh.
In flesh.
Couple up to the red and 3. And it's just hard to see where this what the path forward is here. I mean, we've seen some reverse skip, haven't seen any +4s, seen just the one wild that basically got turned back pretty quickly. Feel like they're definitely playing the control game here.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping that it's not gonna take away from the ability of the game that Leah's played, because she's not played a bad game. It's just not the luck's not been on the side really.
No, it hasn't. And, pulling those fades, pulling those ISO strats that definitely, oh my goodness. Leah's going to be sent back just short of comeback territory now. And,
But she has
dude, if
the
that's,
stuff that she can
no,
do it if
there's,
she needs
if,
to.
is the, okay, there's a comeback note for Leah. Leaves it open. Wow. That is risky on risky. 26 card comeback noted for Leah. And Bo is laying a lot on the line, and Leah is going to punish and send Bo back to 16 and maybe more.
This card count is 25 to 16.
Goodness. Strap in. This game ain't ending soon. Good God almighty. Oh, that. Well, I was going to ask Bo at the end of the game what the thought process was, but evidently there was some key information that was forgotten. Leah's going to dump some ammo to try and come closer. And she's just behind by 6 now. I was going to say, did Bo have a crazy hand to finish? Nope. Not quite. Bo's going to go back to blue. And, there's going to be a lot of light switching, you'd think, Coach, with all the options they have in their hands. There's 37 cards between them. You got to think now it's going to start coming down to the numbers game, as they just flushed out a ton of +2s in that sequence.
Yeah, I think you got to be patient here. I said you don't get overwhelmed with the big cards. Fight your battles. Go, slowly and surely get to where you need to go, and you'll be okay. I promise.
They're just both going to run it on the blue now. Both running it clean now, and that's seems to be what it's going to be until I think it's probably going to be Leah that's going to be the one that needs to make that break to try and pull closer. But Bo's going to make a switch to red.
It's reasonable now, 11 to 18, so it's not crazy
Yeah.
amount now.
Yeah. It's really a matter of how far can Bo take the red. Do they need another switch? Crosses to blue. Back to blue, Leah goes. And does that ice out Bo, or does... No, Bo's going to go again with the green undercut. Oh yeah, those were Skittles on the twos. Skittle deuces.
Skittles.
Half off special from Bo, and now you go back to that other Sting 5 we were on Draw City for a while back. Still a 6-card lead for Bowtie. Trying to close it out in 5 over Leah and get win number 2 on the season. Double it, give it to the next person.
Double it and give it to the next person.
That is a lot. Another red wild from Bo here, forcing the issue. And that's Bo's 7th wild of the series. Bo also up 7 on the +2s, but that came from that crazy long one, and now Leah's gonna undercut in a big way with the llama. And now Bo's iced out, so it's a classic. And she's fighting for her life, Roger's fighting for her life in this series. Facing elimination, you start to find more of these kind of moves come out. And I mean we still haven't seen a +4, so I feel like it's a matter of time before a bomb's gonna drop here. Oh, power play from Bo. Is this it? From 8 back. There's got to be a +4 in here, Coach. You got to think there's a +4 in here somewhere.
You've got to think.
Yeah. Yep, there's one. There's another 2 +2s. That is 4. That is what? 6 +2s in this game? Absurd. And you got to feel for Leah just not having what she's needed to get the job done in her hand. And goodness me. But either way, a big win for Bo if this is what it is. Power play number if fish to win it. Oh my goodness. Yo, Rogers, you think you could ask these guys questions real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Leah, I'm gonna start with you. You started out on fire with that first game win. It's really hard to keep a keep a bow tie on bow tie, if you know what I'm saying. Was this lady luck tonight? Is that what lost you the first round matchup? And bow tie dominant performance after that second game. The second game you came back from you had the big lead. She came back, and from that point forward, it felt like you had a dominant win. Just tell me how this win elevates you to the next round, and how your confidence moves to the next one.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks, Coach, for the backup there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
In
Bo
the
saying
flesh.
had 6 cards of PRM. I'm gonna win for it. Draw 10. Junk though. Yeah. So Bo, I was gonna ask about that big chain that you left open with the +2s, but I figured from the fact that you didn't realize that they stacked like that you probably would have played it differently had that not happened, but still got the win. Lots of ammo to your side. My goodness. Yeah. Oh. Still don't have any ammo at the end. Run Rag Wild. Yeah, that's tough. I feel. So and, yeah, sometimes Coach, we always talk about all the different skill sets we have in this league, but ultimately it comes down to one thing and one thing only. Uno is still at its core a game of luck, and sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, and that's what happened
Exactly.
for Leah tonight.
Yep. You can get
Definitely,
mad all you
she
want. At the
definitely
end of the
did
day,
well
not
with
much you
those
can do.
ISO plays, right? Though, but she pulled out all the stops.
She
But
did every card she needed to do. It's just at the end of the day, you can't come back from the fight and the battle she had to come from. I mean, he just got all the ammo,
no
and
doubt,
she didn't.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and Bo, any thoughts on playing Nick, who's here in the BC next round? Should be an interesting matchup. 3 versus 11 in the region. Let me know. That'll be about all I've got here. Accept it. It's very frustrating. Back to back. Yeah, yeah. It's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. You still had a solid, T1 to fall back on, and you still got 2 more tournaments to continue to make a mark. So I wouldn't feel too terrible. It's a tough one, but it happens. As Leah falls to 3-3, 17-21. Bo improves to 2-2 at 10-12. In case Bo didn't. Bo was very shaky. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, who knows? Chomik won on a bus. It can happen. Anything's possible.
Not a bust. What?
Yeah, he played a game. Chomik played a game on a bus one time last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Eli played at Costco once.
Nice.
During a job fair. Yeah, 3-3 is better though. Yeah, you can't hang your head too low, You definitely had a great start. Way better than you were in relegation tournament a year ago, so definitely much better situation for you there for sure. There's no doubt. As you look at the bracket there, 3 versus 11. The last game in this bottom half of the Candy region will be Thursday night in prime time, 8:30. Monkey and ALP will square off. And just thoughts on this? So, yeah, but Coach, final thoughts on this one, and thoughts on a Nick versus Bo matchup coming up here next round.
I think it's gonna be a great matchup. I think Bowtie showed the day that he has dominant stuff when he's on. I think he has to continue. Don't count out Leah though. Leah's an absolute great competitor. But that Nick and Bowtie game will be a nice one. Hopefully it's a stream game so we can go to come back and
Oh yeah.
watch that one again.
Oh yeah. 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 Bo not remembering a lot of people here, so not much to say about Nick, but we'll see how that game goes against the March champ of 25. So that'll do it. So that is your bracket, and no tomorrow's schedule to show. The only thing we got tomorrow is is going to be between Cap and Hockey. Coverage starts at 2 o'clock. Me and Coach will be with you for that one. Should be fun. Looking forward to
In
it.
the flesh.
In the flesh, indeed. Yes, sir. Thanks to KT for getting us started, taking us through the whole day, as well as with Seth Cole earlier today as well. Been a fun day, another packed day tomorrow. Just the one standalone game at 2 o'clock before the bot picks up shop, moves down to Virginia from Buffalo, New York. And we will see on future games. We may have Monday night at 9 for Lane and Brian non-stream. Then we'll be back on stream on Tuesday afternoon at 3:30 between we'll have more scheduled posts as the days go on. But that is going to do it for us here as well. And make sure y'all tune in as Tuesday as well, starting Tuesday. D2's Meteorological May will get going. We got 8 great stream games for you to come as well. Schedule's forthcoming, of course, but play there starts on Tuesday along with restart of Movie May round 1. So that's going to do it for us, for everyone at MRE UNO. I've been Not Short for KT and everyone. Congrats to Bowtie moving on and getting win number 2 on the year. And they will face off against Nick next round. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and have a great night.
This has been a presentation of MRE UNO Division 1.